Yeah, so this is Fuzion Workshop. We do a lot of different work here. You can see we do like a particular look. So of course we have the pinball machines for the kids and for the grown adults who love pinball like myself. And we got the cool comics on the wall. Try to kind of give it a little bit of an edge, make it kind of different. But our main focus is definitely custom bicycles and custom electronics. You can see we have a lot of audio-related equipment and particular electronic customizations that we like to do. We're just coming back from an event today, actually. We also rent lights and we do equipment rentals in and around the city for different venues. So we have many different setups that we rent out. And we've even done work for the likes of rockstardreams.com. And of course, check out our custom bike section. This is where we build some of the best bikes for racing and for commuting, for all purposes. All hand-built wheels, all custom. Of course, we do the motorized bicycles. We do everything. You can see some of these bikes that we're kind of known for in the South LA area for racing and for building customs. Dirt jumping bikes, mountain bikes, road bikes, vintage bikes, Campanolo. We all love our Campanolo stuff, right? Yeah, that's what we do here at Fuzion Workshop. Come check us out. Visit our website, www.fuzionworkshop.com, and don't forget to check out rockstardreams.com. Growing up in the southeast LA area for pretty much my whole life has been, I grew up with a single mother, so we were bouncing around from different places all around the South LA area, Long Beach, Compton, South Central, Huntington Park, several areas in that area. And for a long time, we weren't really settled, we didn't know where we wanted to be, but we ended up in Linwood, Compton area and lived there ever since. And that's where my family is now. That's where my friends are now. And it was a difficult experience, to say the least, but a very welcome one because it makes me who I am, as a person. Basically, if it weren't for bicycles and if it weren't for music, it's very easy to step into the bear trap, and to get caught with the many things that surround you, which it's a lot, it can be overwhelming. The possibilities of you actually making it out of what I consider kind of like a crab bucket even, because it's not only the environment that's difficult, but it's also the people who don't really allow or give room for people to grow. It's a culture that is very difficult on the young ones, to be creative and all these things. It just the environment is not for it. But I would say that, if you stay focused on the little things that you love to do and you continue to do those things, it will propagate, it will turn into something for you, and it will keep you focused away from all of the negativity. It's there, but somehow we manage to have culture, to have music, to have what we love, even in the roughest conditions is always a possibility. Growing up down there, of course, we see the movies, we see the publicity behind the area as being one of the toughest areas. And yes, to be honest, it for the most part, it really is like that. I mean, considering that my high school, Linwood High School, on average, the graduation rate is something like 15%. So that's really bad, like the chances of you even learning in that environment it's very difficult, School was one of those things that is very, it's very difficult on the kids, and it's just not what you imagine. Like when you imagine school, you watch the movies and you see all these kids going to the lunch area and it's like a happy playground. You don't identify with those things on TV, like it's a different world, and so you're kind of like navigating on your own. And of course, with gang violence and with all the things that we went through, I mean, there's a reason why my name is Fuse. Growing up in high school, I was riding on the streets. I was reckless, you know. I had a lot of free time on my hands. You know, my mother, she was a single mother who had to take care of me and my younger brother and my siblings, and it's just very tough, and it leaves a lot of space for a young man to do all kinds of things that he shouldn't be doing, you know. And the writing on walls was one of my greatest, high school accomplishments. I wanted to be hood famous, you know. I wanted everyone to know my name, Fuse, and for a while it kind of was like that, and I really liked it. Yeah, it was graffiti culture is great. I'm deeply in love with it, just as much as music and bicycles. I mean, it all kind of started when I was a kid. You know, we were literally biking around the neighborhood and digging in trash cans and pulling out stuff from the trash recycle bins in the nicer areas of the city, like Seal Beach. Like, we used to live in Long Beach, so Seal Beach is a nice area. We would go out there and we would scavenge for what we could find. And of course, people throw bikes away all the time, you know. And so we, as kids, we were just trying to ride bikes and put these things together. And then, I've actually, from being 10, 11 years old, was already selling bikes in my neighborhood to some of my friends and putting custom componentry on there for people and making, like, at the time what was popular, lowrider bikes. Is a very popular thing in South LA, and beach cruisers and things like that. Not as popular out here in the Bay Area, but in the early 2000s it was the thing in South LA. And we would take these bikes and we would convert them, and that's how we got started becoming creative, you know. And since we were kids, we've been doing that, and since we were kids, we've been playing in bands and, you know, throwing shows and doing all of the really underground cutty stuff in Compton and in Linwood. And we have a lot of backing for that as well. Yeah, we come from that culture, and we've paid our dues, and they have given us the respect that we deserve, and we're proud of that for sure. At first, I was only maybe 19, 20 years old when we decided to open up the first shop in South LA, which was called Fuzion Bike and Skate. And so what we did was we took the name, my graffiti name, Fuse, right? And we thought we need to put two things together that people don't usually associate, which was bicycles and skateboarding, because we loved those two things at the time. And so that is how the first bike shop came to be, and it was a great success. We were there for 5 years, and we became like a pillar of the community. Everyone knew about us, and everyone came to us for different things. Even Snoop Dogg came down to the shop and had some bikes done, and we had a lot of fun. And this time around in the Bay, we decided to come back with Fuzion Workshop. We wanted to do electronics and bicycles. Bicycles still, of course, being the staple of what we do. All of the DJing for us as well has been part of. It's kind of evolved in the same way that the bicycle culture evolved for us down there, and we just wanted to throw shows. We just wanted to have a good time as teenagers, you know. And we started doing events, and we started noticing that we can make money. See, money is a great incentive to get people to do anything. If you can get paid to do anything, I started DJing, quinceañeras and weddings and things like that, because that's what pays, right? And of course, we did the free gigs for fun, but all of that culture from South LA was great. Like, it was a lot of, it was definitely, even Skrillex was seen down in Compton, coming to our shows that we would throw. We were getting quite popular. And so the DJ, of course we love our hip hop, we love our house music down there in Compton. And there's a lot of subculture as well. There is punk, ska, reggae, so many subgenres that we love being involved with down there. And we hope to kind of experience the same thing out here in the Bay. We want to involve ourselves in this community. That's why we're here in the Fillmore. That's why we just want to reincorporate ourselves into a new environment and see what this environment is all about.